Welcome everybody to the multi-class Spa sprint race, and we are in qualifying right now with the GT4 class, as they will be doing the first 10 minutes of this qualifying. Afterwards we'll see the GT3s and the Porsche Cups, and then we'll have the 45-minute sprint race that hopefully will not end in complete disaster. But we are right now with Jamie Shaw, who is on his outlap. As I said before, it is only GT4s out right now. No GT3s, no Porsche Cups. Only GT4s, since they are the slowest class on this grid. With like an average lap time of about 2 minutes 30 around that. I'm not really sure actually. What is the average time on Spa? I'm sure somebody has set a lap on our servers. A 2:31.1. So we'll see what Jamie Shaw is going to be able to do here as he crosses the line in just a second to start his first lap, his first flying lap. And we'll see what it is going to be all about. Car class, we'll go GT4s, so then we don't get confused between all the other classes. 17 GT4s out of the 20 that signed up, so pretty actually good attendance rate. And if you do hear me eating, apologies for that. It is around dinner time in England. Oh my god, I can't spell. But yeah, Jamie Shaw in the Mercedes GT4. I've not seen one of these in a while. I have heard that the Alpine is the best. Obviously, not that much of a nerd at GT4 classes or anything like that, so not really sure. But I can go on board and see the interior, maybe see how he's driving. Oh, jeez. Okay, interesting. That nearly broke my game. But there is Jamie Shaw driving his nice Mercedes. I'm pretty sure he's going to be the first person to cross the line, as far as I'm aware. It's can't be 995, which is Rodriguez. Yeah, they have just started their outlap, so Jamie Shaw, number 1. Or number 4 car, but right now in number 1 spot. We'll be setting the first baseline lap as lifting through Blanchimont. I did not know that you had to do that in the GT4. I was just going to have a look at how other people are doing it. Look at that car. That is the BMW M4 GT4. That is a great car. As Jamie Shaw now coming towards the line. It's not going to be the best lap that we've ever seen on Spa in the GT4, but it is a 2:33.3 as the number 69 of Vincent Petit goes up into first, and Reese Tattersall beats that instantly, as James Cowley now beats that with a 2:31.052. I'm pretty sure that's better than what he was able to do on our servers. Maya Van Dijk with a 2:32.3 in the Ginetta GT4 car, as you can see, right wheel drive, since it is an English-made car, or UK car. I think it's English, but you know, I don't know if it's UK or not. Declan Bauer with a 2:33.1 in the Camaro GT4, one of the best-sounding cars out there in the GT4 class, with the mighty V8 in the back, rear wheel drive. It is lifted off the ground like a monster truck. And it is absolutely spectacular to watch and drive even. James Cowley in the Aston Martin going for that 2:30 time right now. He's 2/10 up on his 2:31.0. This might be his personal best in the GT4 on this track. Bjorn Rian, we didn't see this. He is only 0.005 of a second slower than James Cowley. Sadly, slowing down a little bit, losing some time on this lap. So he's not going to be able to contend for pole yet. Reese Tattersall, a whopping 0.4 up on his 1:31.4. He might be trying to get into the 1:30s as well. Maya van Dijk, 0.6 up and counting. But we'll see what Jamie Shaw is going to be able to do. Well, he's not going to be able to do much. He has done an invalid corner somewhere. Behind him, though, is Geraldo Rodriguez doing their first flying lap. And what is it going to be? It's going to be invalid, is what it's going to be. The number 44 of Reese Tattersall going purple and trying to go for pole as he comes across the line now. And it is probably going to be a 1:31.000. Ah, too close. Too close, as James Cowley proves an absolutely dominant. With a 2:30.8, a whole 1.3 ahead of Reese Tattersall in P1. Bjorn actually went up on their time, even though they were about 0.6 off when they were coming through on the Kemmel Straight. As he comes across the line now, and I don't think it's going to be an improvement, but it is going to be very close to one, and he knows where he can gain the time now. So, front row is possible here as Reese Tattersall coming back to the pits. Vladimir Dulepov, 0.4 up on the 2:33.6. Be very helpful for them as they are driving the McLaren. I'm not sure if that's a 520. No. Is that a 520S or a... No, it's a 650S GT4, I think. I'm pretty sure, at least. He's going 0.8 up now on his 2:33.6. And anybody else making any improvements? Not that I see. As the time now rolls, and we can tell the people as there is 15 seconds to go. GT3 and P-Cup allowed onto track. GT4, finish your lap. As a 3, 2, 1, Bosch. Here we go. And sadly, Vladimir Dulepov not able to finish their lap. So they will be quite disappointed in 9th in the GT4 slot. But look at how many people are exiting the pits right now in the GT3s and the Porsche Cups. Everybody is just trying to go for position here. Look at how many people are exiting the pits. It is absolutely hectic out there. We can even try go into helicam. There is damage enabled in this area, so a lot of people will be confused as they think they'll be ghosting through each other. Look at the amount of people. As there is about 56 total people on the server right now. Most of them in the GT3 and the Porsche Cups. And this is going to get quite hectic. Very, very hectic. 16 in the Porsche Cup class, 17 in the GT4 class, and the rest, if we do the maths, a little bit of mental maths, pretty sure it's 27? 27. I think I'm right. Or 23. Might be 23, I think 23 is the right number there. Nevertheless, I'm pretty sure there was a couple people finishing off their laps in the GT4s. I don't think they were able to, though. Geraldo Rodriguez will be starting last with Pavel Moraev. In 13th, actually, Korninkov going up into 13th place ahead of Peter Philgraf. Ethan Reed out on the track in the Porsche Cup. But it is their outlap, so not much to say really here. And I think it's actually a good idea now to turn off the GT4's class. And we can just go all, because we have to see both the Porsche Cups and the GT3s. And I'm pretty sure there's a bit of a stacking going on up here as people are trying to scramble for positions in the bus stop. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at SimQuip's live stream right now. And they're going about 15 kilometers per hour. But now finally able to get underway. Yeah, this usually happens. There's Chris Wright in the Porsche Cup. As he starts his first flying lap with 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Porsche Cup fastest lap on this track that I have seen at 2:20.4. So we'll see. We'll see, as that is about 4 seconds off. Yeah, that's 4 seconds off some of the best times. 5 seconds off, maybe even. And I'm not sure why there's a GT4 out on track. I think I should tell them to go back home. What car number are they? Not car number. Perea. There we go. I hate to be that guy, but you know, it has to be regulated. Otherwise, there's going to be a lot of crashes, and nobody likes that. But are there any first laps being set right now? I think Joris Peters Beam is going to be the first person to set a valid lap as he comes across the line now. And it is a 2:17.4, already starting strong. Behind him is Abe Santama in the Porsche Cup, and he is going to be setting a invalid lap. Number 38 of Brian Chef, or Kyron Chef, sorry. Going to be coming across the line now, also invalid lap. As a lot of people now trying to set their personal best. Simon Eklund, a 2:26.6. Quinton Rosenfield beats him quite quickly there, 2:25.9. Then comes Callum Virgo, who sets a 2:22.4. Slava Alavev Reglas, a 2:19.2. That is in the GT3 class. Oh, Jesus, a lot of people trying to fight for position. David Nagy, at 2:17.6. Garibaldi, at 2:17.7. Martin Lindrup, 2:18.8. And I think there was another lap by a Porsche Cup. Yeah, Andre Alex Afonso. 9th place right now, last in the Porsche Cup, so 2:27.8. A bit off pace, has to be said. Chris Wright, or SimQuips as some people might know him as, sets a 2:23.6. Though it was a pretty scruffy start to the lap. We'll give him that. Eric Giselle up into the provisional pole places at 2:16.8 in the Porsche Cup. In the Porsche, sorry, not the Porsche Cup. In the Porsche 992 GT3, very, very good stuff, as your Feeders Beam also is going to be trying to go out there. And bloody Nora, can this GT4 get off the track? Some people just don't know how to follow simple instructions as it happens. Right, Florent Daymore at 227.3. Simon Elkland not improving. An invalid lap right here. Benjamin Koo at 223.2. First lap in the Porsche Cups. Very nice. Simona Alessandro Cassiaro. Ooh, a big moment there in qualifying as he comes through a Rouge. And Radalon at 222.5 is the best that he can do right now. Alessandro Roux at 222.0, very close to the fastest time of the Porsche Cups. As Abe sets at 221.4 and beats 2 GT3 cars. By the way, these Porsche Cups are slower than the regular GT3, so it will make sense that a lot of them will be, well, slower on pace. I think they're similar on straight line, but I think it's because they lack that TC and some aero that they're going to be a bit slower. Martin Lindrup at 216.3 beats Eric Giselle just by a little bit there. Joris Peters Beam 216.8 as well, very close to Eric Giselle for that front row. He's still out there, yeah. It is. I don't know what was going on with him. Some are going to struggle to set a valid lap and, yeah, end up starting behind the GT4s. Which I think is going to be a lot of people. Okay, OBS has reconnected. That's good. It's giving me like a notification saying it disconnected. 56 people right now out there. And a lot of them, GT4s and Porsche Cup, GT3 and Porsche Cups, not being able to set a valid lap. Zach Summerall just trying to start his final lap. Andrei Batek, not sure. I think he's going to make it to the line in time. Charlie Nash, he's on a valid lap right now, so he'll be hoping to propel himself up the grid. Alexander Hrapchenko, invalid lap, and I'm not sure he'll make it to the line, so he might be starting in 50th place behind all the GT4s and the Porsche Cups, and it might get a bit scrappy. Dan Edwardson, he's going to be setting a flying lap here as he comes across the line, and he'll actually be able to set another one as he comes across the line now for his first lap in the BMW M4, and I think it's actually going to be really, really good. A 216, is that 216? 216.7 on the front row. Out of nowhere. Zach Summerall, he's started his first lap and his final lap. Andrei Batek also to do as he comes across the line now to set his only valid lap. And it is a 218.7, puts him 13th on the grid right now. Who else is yet to set a lap? Mantas Luzanas in the McLaren 720S Evo. A very good car on this track. We'll see what he's able to do. A lot of Porsche Cups not being able to set a valid lap. They are marked as the silver, as there we go. Mantas Luzanas at 217.7. And Zach Summerall just behind him at 217.7 as well. Very close. Very, very close for a Friday evening. Andrei Batek going to be one of the final people to cross the line. I think I'll lie. Andy King, has he already finished his qualifying? No, he hasn't. Neither has Jordan Brevers. Daniel Kaslavsky, though, has, unfortunately for him. But still in 13th. As there goes Dan Edwardson, and he's actually going purple as he comes across the line now. It's a 2:16.280, and that is pole position, unless Andre Batta can do anything about it. And sadly, it's invalid for him. Here comes Callum Virgo. His qualifying is already over. He just wanted to do an in-lap. Jordan Brevers VD trying to go better here. And unfortunately for him, it's just not enough. But that is it for qualifying. And that is 56 people in this race. 45-minute race. Most people able to do a lap. Some that couldn't are Fidele, Nash, Rapchenko, Ethan Reed, Pavel Morev, Mathieu de Campo, Andrei Batek, and Rodriguez. Sadly not able to finish their lap, and, well, they might... they might be... Yeah, they might be in a bit of trouble in the first couple of laps, as they will have to get through the slower bunch of the 17 GT4s. Or is it 17? Is it gone down to 14? Oh no, it's supposed to be 16. Yeah, there we go. It's 16 of them. Oh wait, I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh yeah, I didn't count this. 17. Of course. The silvers are the Porsche Cups. So that is from Abe, who beat 2 GT3s in a Porsche Cup with the fastest lap. Actually, this is so much easier. With a fastest lap of a 2:21.4. Fastest lap in the GT4s was a 2:30.8, and the GT3s, Edwardson only having 1 purple sector and still able to beat Lindrup for pole position with a 2:16.28, a whole 1.1 tenths quicker. Crazy. Actually, really, really good. Why is my livery not on there? Ooh, I might have just forgot to download all of them. It could be that. But there we go. I think there is about, is it 3 minutes? Yep, there we go. 3 minutes of waiting. And another 2.5 minutes. So, you know what? We'll just cheekily, yeah, we'll just cheekily listen in to what SimQuips has to say.
Freeze, but yeah, it makes sense when you think about lap times, like I said. At least that means we don't have any GT3 as well, apart from Vazman and the other idiots that didn't qualify. But we've only got 3 GT3s to worry about passing us. Except that's not going to be true, because loads of them will die on the first lap, and then they'll pass us later on. But what do we think of the grid? I think it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. 56 people. It just depends how many GT3s die at the start, and then have to come back through. Because at the moment, we're all nicely separated into the classes. Like, apart from one Porsche Cup car punching above his weight. Other than that, it's literally all GT3s, all Cup cars, all GT4s. So in theory, like, we shouldn't really trip over each other, but in reality, we will. Calling it now, 13 RTGs. Yeah. I mean, we need to just forget about the other cars and just, well, the other classes, sorry, and just focus on seeing how high we can come in the Porsche Cups. Because here's the thing, without even any other cars, just finishing a 45-minute Porsche Cup car race without spinning or anything going wrong is hard work.
Well, there you go. A little bit of SimQuips action. He is going to be starting in, where's that? 6th place in the Porsche Cup, so good start actually for him. He's going to be starting in 26th overall. Right in the middle of the pack as well. Right in the middle. I bet he's going to enjoy that a lot. But let's go through the grid. It might be that we won't get through it until the end of the formation lap. But here is Dan Edwardson. He's qualified on pole position. Alongside him is Martin Lundrup. Then Joris Peterswiem behind them on the second row. And Eric Giselle alongside him. David Nagy behind them, and so is Gergo Baldi in 6th, Mantas Lucinas in 7th, and Zach Summerall in 8th, Stefan Linja in 9th, and Jordan Brevers VD in 10th, Alexander Ashtakov in 11th, and Andy King in 12th. Then we got Daniel Koslowski in 13th, Lucas Jensen in 14th, Will Runen for Big Brain Racing in 15th, and Slava Alayev Reglaz in 16th, Charlie Kent in 17th, and Gleb Stepanov in 18th. Then we've got the Porsche Cup pole sitter of Abe Santamae. He is in 19th on the grid. Then Nikolai Sirbuk and Alessandro Rui starting in 20th and 21st. Juan Schalkros in 22nd. Karen Chef in 23rd. Callum Virgo in 24th. This is getting so loud. Simone Alessandro Casiaro in 25th. Chris Wright or Simquips in 26th. Benjamin Kuhn 27th. And Dean Winters in 28th. I'm going to have to go to TV. No, okay, that doesn't really help. Helicam. Dean Winters in 28th. Andre Alex Afonso in 29th. And Quinton Rosenfield in 30th. Simon Eklund in 31st. And Pascal Schmidt in 32nd. And Florian Damour in 33rd. Last of the people who have set a lap in the Porsche Cups. James Cowley on pole position for the GT4s, and alongside him is Rhys Tattersall, and then Bjorn Rien and Maya van Dijk. Alexander Donskich in 38th, and Vincent Petit in 39th. Declan Bauer in 40th, and Jamie Shaw in 41st. Craig Fulton in 42nd, Vladimir Dulepov in 43rd. Andreas Keller in 44th, and David Vorak in 45th. Then we got Igor Koroninkov in 46th, and Peter Philgraf in 47th, and Eric Pereira in 48th, the last of the people to set a valid lap in the GT4s. Antonio Fedele, the first of the... Hello? Somebody just crashed on the formation lap. Antonio Fedele in the Porsche Cups, he starts in 49th, and Charlie Nash in 50th, Alexander Hrapchenko in 51st. They're both in the GT3s, but they're not the lowest GT3s. We'll get to them soon. And Ethan Reed in 52nd, and Pavel Morev in 53rd. Mattia De Campo, a very quick driver, starting 54th, so he'll be hoping to escape all of the carnage that will happen in front and behind. Well, not really behind, but the final GT3 to be on this grid is Andrei Batek. And, well, he's going to have one hell of a job in order to get back up to his class in a safe manner. And, last but not least, is Gerardo Rodriguez, who is not able to set up a Lapalot lap, and will be starting last in the GT4 class in the Alpine. A very good car. A very good car. I do enjoy the Alpine very, very much. But if you do have any predictions to what is going to happen in this race, then do let us know. I wish I was home for this race. It's going to be a wild first couple of... Yeah, whenever we had big grid races, or whenever we just have any grid races on Spa, it turns out to be very, very, very... trying to pick out the right word. Interesting from a commentator point of view. We'll just say that. But as we come through AP1 overall, I mean, you never know with this sort of carnage. There might be like a GT4 coming third. Okay, no. That would never happen. Yeah, but I can have my last slice of pizza before we get going, because we get going just before a Rouge. Look at them all lining up side by side. I want to see Eric and Ethan Reed have a good race. Well, now that you've said it, they're not going to have a good race. That's just usually how it goes. But we're going to try and go with the helicam. And I'm pretty sure Dan Edwardson is going to have a good start here. But I feel like my PC is also going to just completely destroy itself after, what, like 20 cars pile up in a Rouge. But nevertheless, we're heading up now. And the race has started. And so far, you know, everything seems fine. As we can just quickly cycle through just so we don't miss anything as we go through around. And there was a little bit of a moment for the Porsche Cup. A little bit of contact between a Porsche Cup and a GT4. Overall, oh my god, can I say this? We just did a Rouge and Radalon cleanly. A little bit of scruffle going up in the front, but actually it resolved pretty well here. As there is a GT4 trying to get past. Oh my god, the GT3 trying to get past the GT4 on the grass. As we head down towards the Camel Straight, there's a GT4, a GT3 off the track there. There is a collision between a GT4 and another Porsche Cup. Ooh, that is one of the, I think that's Andrea Batek. Ooh, GT3 there. GT4 colliding with the rest. I'm getting really, really confused between who is who. But so far, can we just say, we went through a Rouge and Radalon and through the rest of the corners completely safely with a 56 car grid. I mean, SRO, sign us all up. That was insane. That was good. Anyway, we can now continue on with the race. As obviously there is going to be a little bit of contact here and there. There is David Dvorak fighting with Andrea Keller right behind as he goes onto the inside trying to make a move. It's not going to happen there though, unfortunately for him. Antonio Fedele right in the front, just trying to get past some of the GT4s as he didn't have too great of a start, I don't think. Did he? No, he did. It's up 6 positions. As he now tries to get past Vincent Petit, and it's going to be very easy there as he's got the straight line speed. And the rest is Mattia De Campo also making up a lot of positions on the start now, trying to get past Maya van Dijk for 37th place. There is a slow moving Porsche Cup. I think that's Juan Schalcross. A lot of damage for them, and they are definitely going to be going back to the pits. And now, going side by side, the Porsche Cups, just trying to make up some positions. Chris Wright up at the front. Jordan Brevers, yellow flag for him. I think he collided with one of the Porsche Cups of Callum Virgo. And Chris Wright, he is up into 4th place in his split, up into 23rd. That is 3 positions gained. Who's that just went completely into the wall? I think that was Dean Winters, who just completely smashed it into the wall. And oh no, is it that time of day when everybody's gonna be smashing it into the wall? And I'm just trying to cycle through. There's a lot of damage here. A couple people in the pits, but you know what, not bad. I think that's Pavel Moreyev with a bit of damage on his front end. This camera's gonna make me sick. Yeah. It's just the really quick cycling. And my app is not even comprehending what is going on. Andre Batek up into 41st as he goes off the track there a little bit. I think he's got a bit of damage on his car from the looks of things. As he flashes Maya van Dijk trying to get past him as he is in a way quicker car, flashing Alexander Doncic as well. Just by the way, they don't need to let him go per se, since they are fighting for position themselves. Declan Bauer up in 40th place, which is 4th in the GT4s. As he, ooh, a little bit of commentator's curse there, going wide, making a mistake. But still up in 40th in the V8. Very, very good. Yeah, solid racing so far. Please don't scroll cars. That's painful. Yeah, I'm just trying to see what's going on, and then I'm not missing anything. But yeah, I agreed. It is very painful. James Cowley, we did not see this. He lost his lead to Reese Tattersall, and now they're going to be having a pretty good race up in the front. As I'm not sure why, but Chris Wright down into 30th place. James Cowley very much overshooting the corner there. He's going to have to give the positions to Reese Tattersall, and he does. And he gives it to Andre Batek as well. As Abe Santimus still in 17th place. Still in first for the Porsche Cup split. Up in the front in the GT3s. Martin Lindrup still closing the gap as, oh, yellow flags all around the place. What is going on? Oh, I don't like yellow flags. Okay, I really don't like yellow flags. I'm gonna try and scroll, even though everybody said not to. Okay, you know what? Not bad. There's Stepanov falling down the grid a little bit there, down to 34th. In the Porsche Cups. I think there was a lot of contact coming into Lacombe chicane. Somebody saying, yeah, Ethan Reed cam. And he's fallen down a little bit. I'm pretty sure he's actually below the GT4s. Yes, he is. He's in 49th place right now. Just trying to make up some positions. Currently not the last Porsche Cup. That goes to Dean Winters. He's currently in the pits, as a couple of people are. But still very close racing. I'm just trying to even pick up some good fights for good positions. Up in the front in the GT4s, there's a big gap between Reese Tattersall and James Cowley. So they won't be fighting anytime soon. This is a three-way battle up in the front over here with Pavel Moreau, Igor Korninkov, and Andreas Keller. As Igor Korninkov actually trying to go side by side with Andreas Keller through Blanchimont, but it's Pavel Moreau sending it on the inside of the Ginetta, trying to make a move stick, and he actually goes round the outside of two of them. Andreas Keller losing that position to Igor Korninkov as well. Not having a great exit out of the bus stop at all. Chris Wright fighting for position here with Pascal Schmidt and Charlie Nash. This is for 27th and 29th. Sadly, he has fallen down a little bit. He's fallen down 2 positions from his starting. And I think he's fallen quite a lot in his split. Porsche Cup car is music to my ears, exactly. They do sound very, very nice. Behind Chris right now is Charlie Nash in the GT3. So is Bill Verunen. They are fighting for position within class. So we'll see how big of a pace difference the Porsche Cups versus the GT3 really is. As Charlie Nash will be really itching to get a move on him. And let's hope that he doesn't make any stupid moves. As round the outside he goes. Vilverunen will try to stick his nose in there as well, as he completely misses the corner. And now having to rejoin, nearly crashing into Chris Wright. That was very close. That was very, very close. Didn't even see Ben Koo racing. Yeah. Indeed he is. And actually doing very well so far. He's up in 21st place, which is, I think, 4th place in the Porsche Cups. But there is a fight brewing over here with Zach Summerall, Alexander Astakov, Slava Alayev, Reglas, Charlie Ken, and Gergo Baldi, and Zach Summerall rear-ending Slava Alayev, Reglas. Trying to make a move. It's Zach Summerall now. Gets in a bit of... Oh, and, well, that is Slava Reglas just not holding his brakes at all and causing another car to crash, which is not what you want to see, but it is unfortunate and it happens. Just a little bit of hard racing there and a little bit of unawareness of the situation around. Alexander Astakov, though, still fighting with Andy King, as now he's got less pressure on his hands with less people in the train. Now I think he's going to be losing a bit of time to Andy King due to a bit of damage on his front end. As you can see, it's a bit crushed. Eric Giselle, he's back up into 2nd place. He started in 4th, remember. Up into 2nd now, and with a pretty good gap to P3 for sure. Actually, a 1.5 second gap to P3. So going very well. Simone Alessandro Cassiaro and Abe Santama fighting for the lead of the Porsche Cups. Will we see Abe Santama get absolutely dethroned from his winning streaks in this league? As they've also got Callum Virgo right behind them. Abe Santama not having a great lap that last lap. 222.8 compared to his rivals Simone Alessandro Cassiaro and Callum Virgo. 222.5 and 222.4 for Callum Virgo. So this is going to be a three-way battle for the lead in the Porsche Cups, with about 32 minutes to go. There's Alessandro Rui, yellow flag, and hopefully that doesn't do anything there. No, it doesn't. There he is, just about rejoining the track. Nice and safely, not causing any more collisions, which is what we like to see. There's Cassiaro just trying to bring it closer and closer in. But Abe, because he was under so much pressure from Cassiaro earlier in this lap, has decided to push a little bit more and extended that lead by 3 more tenths compared to last time out. It could be that he was in the wash of Searbook, but who knows. Charlie Kent coming into the pits. Now, I wonder what this is for. He doesn't look to have any damage at all on his car. It could be that he's under-fueled, and that would not be great at all. Ethan Reed slowly moving up the field here. He's up into 35th. Does indeed sound very nice with all the Porsches. Yeah. I think it is, what, an inline 6 that they have? Very beautiful, as Ethan Reed makes Another pass on James County. That is second place in the GT4s. And now he's got a big job ahead of 23 seconds to make up to Simon Eklund. And who knows if he's going to be able to do it. But with 30 minutes to go, I think there is way more than enough time. As Ethan Reed just trying to make a room to go on the inside of Reese Tattersall. And he does. But Reese Tattersall not going to be letting him go too easily here. As he lets him go now. He doesn't want to lose out too much time in this battle with James Cowley as well. As Charlie Kent comes out of the pits. It makes me wonder if there's actually it could be that he got a stop-go or something along those lines. As I see here, Zach Summerall, a drive-through penalty for track limits. So, yeah, penalties might be happening here at Charlie Kent. Cold tires. Yeah, he maybe had quality fuel, that's what I'm thinking. It looks like he's already had it was a drive-through. It was not just a pit stop. It was a drive-through has sent him back from 10th place to 32nd. That is a 72.7 second pit stop. Well, pit stop, drive-through that he had to do. And that has set him back a whole 22 positions. Yeah. Not great. But what is going on at the front of the Porsche Cups? Not much, really. Cassiaro making contact with Abe Santama a little bit there. As was ahead for a little bit here, around the outside into the first corner. They've got Callum Virgo watching on with biggest intrigue here. Alessandro Cassiaro fighting hard to get that win away from Abe, as he's going to be going side by side in through Arouge and Radalon. Who is going to back down here? Simone Cassiaro backing down for now, but that is a lot of pressure on Abe, as Abe getting tagged right after the bus stop. And this is just going to bring Mattia Di Campo into this battle as well. Yeah, nothing happening at the front of the Porsche Cups. No, absolutely nothing. I was totally right. It looks like Abe is really beating them in the middle sector, which is the one that we're in right now. Which I'm gonna fact check myself here. Yeah. Abe is able to go about 2/10 quicker than Alessandro Cassiaro through the middle sector alone. It's the final sector which really let him down that last time. And the first sector. So, who really knows though what might happen later on? What I do know is that Joris Peters Beam is going side by side with George Gergo Baldi through Blanche Chimon and up into 7th place for Joris Peters Beam. And now he's got 2.3 seconds to catch up to Stefan Linja. Linja or Lingar? I don't know. It's something along those lines. David Nagy fighting with Dan Edwardson. Well, he was until he got impeded a little bit there by a GT4. And now losing a bit of progress to the bunch. Zach Summerall fighting with Charlie Kent for 31st place. A lot of damage on that McLaren 720S Evo. I'm pretty sure he still has a... No, he's already served his drive-through. Hence is why he's behind Charlie Kent. He did manage to go 5/10 quicker in the pits. I'm not really sure how that works, but it does. Maybe a faster pit limiter is what it is, as somebody rejoins the race or leaves the race, or What just happened? Leaves? Rejoins? Anyway, all I know is that we've only had 7 retirees in a 56 grid race with multi-class of 3 classes, and a lot of things that could go wrong did not go wrong yet. Obviously there's 25 minutes to go. We'll see how things play out here. Vincent fighting with Vladimir Dulepov, who's driving the... I still don't know what McLaren that is in the GT4. Is it a 650S? Is it a 67? No, I'm gonna search it up. I cannot keep living with McLaren. Obviously there's a ton of people in the GT3s using McLaren. McLaren 570S. It's not 650, it's not 720, it's 570. So I was right the first time that I said it. It's just I didn't know. Yeah, approaching the halfway mark, anything could still happen. Indeed it can. Maya van Dijk fighting for 4th place with Alexander Doncic. Good pace by Maya van Dijk here. A whole 3/10, 4/10 quicker per lap in the Ginetta. A very interesting choice of car, I may say. Not really. I don't really see many people choosing the Ginettas on a regular basis. Zach Summerall actually did get past Charlie Kent. Now down into 31st, but Charlie Kent is not going to let that one go too quickly. He's going to continue to try and pressure him on side by side through Blanchimont, and he's ahead before they get into Blanchimont. Abe Santama, yellow flags, and what's happened here? He's got damage, and he's fallen down from 1st place all the way down into 21st. And if I can get a replay without breaking my computer. 3, 2, 1. Let's see what happened as we go into chase cam side by side with Cassiaro into the bus stop. And did Cassiaro just tag him? Was it Callum Virgo? What happens here? Nothing happening yet. This is a replay. Santama going to the side, and I think Cassiaro might just dive bomb him here. And does he? Oh no! Abe just completely loses the car. And going into the side of Cassiaro as a result of it. So completely his fault. Unfortunately there. Oh, and that is not what he wants to be doing. And he's back into the pits. And I'm not sure if that's just going to be his race over now. As, ooh, yellow flag for Batek. What is he doing in the middle of the track? Chris Wright, I'm pretty sure, was involved in that accident. Still cracking on, though. And I think this is the time when we're going to see a couple people start falling off towards the middle part of this race. We're going to see a bunch of people be thinking whether it is worth it to finish the race. I'm sure SimQuips, or Chris Wright, as he's popularly known, will want to finish this one off. This race took a turn. Can't believe Abe lost it. Yeah, you see, a lot of people say that they've never seen Abe make a mistake before. Clearly, you just haven't seen many races. It happens frequently. Alexander Astakov, fighting with Lucas Jensen. A lot of damage on that car. I just want to see Lucas Jensen now. He's Danish. So Why am I doing a French pronunciation of Jensen? Pretty sure it's just Jensen. Not really sure. Callum Virgo trying to go side by side with Simone Alessandro Cassiaro, as Cassiaro is going to have a lot of damage on his car, as he does. With Mattia Di Campo now getting in the way of Jordan Brewer's VD. It's actually they're fighting for position. Just surprised, and probably the no to see what an amateur. You know what? After like over 1,000 hours of him racing in the GT3s, it's pretty fair to say that getting used to no TC is pretty hard. What is going on here? Jordan Brewer's VD getting passed by Mattia Di Campo, who is in a Porsche Cup. And this is actually going to be a pretty interesting what is it, like mid-class fight. There we go. It's Cassiaro now is also going to try and clear Jordan Brevers for 16th in order to get Callum Virgo out of his way. But thing is, Jordan Brevers VD is going to have the straight line speed advantage compared to the Porsche Cup. Also, the GT4 getting completely bombarded by 4 faster cars that are going to be trying to overtake it. Callum Virgo getting slowed down a little bit there due to that. And Jordan Brewer is now ahead on Mattia Di Campo, but for how long is the main question, because well, we've seen Mattia Di Campo fight for that position pretty hard. Even though he is in the lead, he wants to extend it a bit further ahead of Simone Alessandro Cassiaro. He's going to go on the inside, and he's going to go for the attack, and it's not going to happen this time out. Callum Virgo looking on menacingly. And Antonio Fedele in the background as well. Oh, if now what is going to be them lapping a GT4. Callum Virgo trying to go side by side with Alessandro Cassiaro. On the inside he goes into the Lacombe chicane, and I think that's job done. It is job done. Right ahead of Cassiaro as he loses a bit of control there. Nice drift from Callum Virgo. Goes defensive to the inside. Cassiaro not going to be able to do much here. Just try and hope for a better exit into No Name, as he does touch him a little bit there on the inside of the GT4 of Philgraf. Mattia Di Campo is going to be liking this a lot, because now he gets to have a big gap between him and Callum Virgo, as there is Pavel Moraev as well in the GT4. Cassiaro able to sneak it on the inside. He's going to be on the outside for the next corner, so I'm not sure he's going to be able to make the move done there. As now Antonio Fedele also in this battle, as he is going to be trying to make a move on both of them for second place. Maybe just even try to contend for the podium places, as both of them having a big moment there, going sideways. It is very good fighting, and clean as well, yeah. Not something you see every single day. Maybe we should just do Friday races then. It looks like a lot of clean people are racing on these days. I'm really surprised. But then that would be an overload. A Friday, Saturday, Sunday league of ACC. But nevertheless, here comes Cassiaro still. Ooh, Callum Virgo having a moment there. He goes off the track. I'm pretty sure that will be at least one track limit warning, as now they're in a big train here. of 3 cars. Antonio Fedele going to the inside. He's trying to make it 3 wide. Into the Lacombe chicane. Simone Alessandro trying to go around the outside. On the inside now into the next part of the corner. Antonio Fedele trying to sneak it in there. I don't think he's going to be able to do that. Simone Alessandro Cassiaro not able to overtake yet, but into the next corner. A nice little hairpin, a nice opportunity. Callum Virgo around the outside, still trying to hang it in there. In second place, he's going to be on the inside for No Name. Trying to continue this battle for second place, and they're still going to be going side by side into Pouon, as Antonio Fedele is going to be loving this watch as Callum Virgo goes on the inside, and I don't think he's had enough pace in order to get back that second place, and Cassiaro is going to have to keep second place, and Callum Virgo is going to have to settle for third and defend from Antonio Fedele for now if he wants to finish in third place. That was a lot of breath used up in that one segment of the lap. It's not done yet either, as Antonio Fedele will try and go side by side with Callum Virgo into Blanchimont. This is not a great place to make an overtake, but if you can, it's very impressive. Ooh, off the track there for Antonio Fedele. Still going to be going side by side into the bus stop. And Callum Virgo might find himself outside of the podium positions. Deary me, as he has another big moment there. Wow. Well, fight for first place. There you go, guys. Oh no, fight for second place, because Campo just completely flew away with the lead after Abe gave it up. Oh no, Abe is in the chat. I said that. It's such a bad timing. Oh no. Yeah. After Abe gave up the lead, after he crashed into Simone. I said it here and now. I do want to know what's going on with Zach Summerall and Charlie Kent, because, yeah, yellow flag for them. Zach Summerall is in the pits now. Charlie Kent going slow. Yeah, just die. The Mayo was so much fun though. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to see you out, not in a GT3, which is a first. Muscle memory kicked in and I just floored it. Oh yeah, that's what we speculated as well, that you just floored it down, and with like hundreds of hours in GT3s, you just didn't really think much of it. Peter Pilgraf now trying to get past Pavel Moraev. Pavel Moraev with a lot of damage, going a little bit sideways there. As Pascal Schmidt, I held the brakes but I bounced around so much. Yeah, I saw. Unfortunate, really. Pascal Schmidt, yellow flag coming back onto the track now. Oh well, everyone top 3 has damage, I guess. Yeah, they do. All thanks to you, really. I know, I think... Did Callum Virgo get damage? Yeah, he did get damage. I see the damage on the front a little bit. I know that Alessandro's got quite a lot of damage on the side. Campo has a lot of damage just from even starting this race, and Fedele... Actually, Fedele is the only one who doesn't have damage in the top 3. Yeah, Mattia completely took off. Wait, his hood is completely off? No. His bonnet is actually just about fine. I thought you meant that he took off. Running away with the lead, which he is. 6 seconds extending the lead, but he does have Simone Alessandro Cassiaro gaining 0.6 per lap. I don't think there's going to be enough time for Cassiaro to get that position. I mean, it can't be off, but the thing is still moving. Yeah, I know what you mean, but it's not moving that much in order for it to be, like, terrible. Mattia goated, not gonna lie. Yeah, definitely no bias there either, is there? Just like me saying, Eric Giselle, absolutely goated guy right here. Driving for VGTR eSport, has completely no connection to us, just happens to be in our team. And he's in a fight with Dan Edwardson to try and defend his 2nd place. With just under 10 minutes to go, will we see a swap in the runner-up spot? Yeah, not much longer at all. As Dan Edwardson trying to make a move as he's got a Porsche Cup right in front of him. Trying to not ruin their race either. Joris Petersveen fighting with Mantas Luisinas. And Dan Edwardson actually falling a little bit behind Eric Giselle. Eric Giselle having a great race. That's for sure. Dan Edwardson, actually, we forgot. He was in the lead of this race. And something just happened. He's now in 3rd. Definitely not great. Let's just hear what Chris Wright has to say, or SimQuips, as we look at this battle here as well.
Oh, one of them just... What the fuck? Yeah, there's the 2 free places.
Oh, Jesus.
What the fuck? I saw one of them drive across... This guy, is he waiting? Where is he? Oh, he's there. Yeah, that was a shame. Because it seemed like...
We did just ask him thoughts on the race so far. See if he replies. See if he says his thoughts.
I mean, that looked like... Oh, is this the guy that hit us? 91? Oh. He does seem a little sketch. I think he does something fucking weird when I overtake him down the straight. Let's see. Well, are we going to overtake him down the straight?
Whose commentary is that? That's SimQuips on YouTube.
Did go left. Oh, I was joking, then he moved to the right.
No, I'm pretty sure he's a bit too concentrated on actually doing the race.
Oh, so this isn't Alphonse, this is a new character. This is Rosenfeld. Rosenfeld? Seinfeld? Seinfeld. Dude, neither of us know what we're doing in that corner. That's good, that's good. So it's just me. Oh, shit. I'm shit. I need to not take it for granted that I can keep up with this guy. I need to actually...
Yeah, Chris Wright, up in 22nd for now. With 7 minutes of the race to go. As look at Eric Giselle just holding that position off from Dan Edwardson.
For sure, ban him. He said he was. I can show you screenshots of him saying that he was going to cause crashes intentionally before the race started.
The pace difference between Dan Edwardson and Eric Giselle, just about a 10th. A 10th per lap, as having to avoid the GT4. And yeah, this is a big challenge for a lot of these drivers, as they have to just maneuver around the GT4s without crashing into them, because that does obviously make you lose the race. But also try and defend here, as Dan Edwardson, just purely on pace, gonna have to overtake and gonna be overtaken. Eric Giselle is actually back onto the track. He's gonna be on the inside of Dan Edwardson through the bus stop, losing a little bit of exit speed there, cutting the chicane. And he did give up the time there that he gained. How's my teammate Vince Petit doing in the GT4? As there goes Dan Edwardson on the inside of Jarek Giselle, and I think that's going to be the move done completely. Vincent actually just making up a move on Vladimir and Telepov. They're actually fighting for position here. He is in P6. He was up in P5 until Vladimir and Telepov overtook him. And a very close battle here with Vladimir Telepov, Craig Fulton, Alexander Donchik. No, come on. Donskich. Alexander Donskich. And Vincent Petit as well. There's Juan Shallcross yet again, yellow flags. In a close battle. All different cars out here, as actually no, I lie. Dulepov and I think who's the other McLaren over here? Pretty sure, yeah, Craig Fulton, both driving the McLaren. Yeah, good timing indeed, very good timing.
Do something. Oh, the livery is off centre.
Yes, Vincent Petit just losing a bit of time to Vladimir Telepov in 5th place. But gaining the time on Craig Fulton, who made a mistake coming into the bus stop and having to cut it. Alexander Donchik behind them, and Chris Wright maneuvering through the GT4s. You've got everybody out here. With Chris Wright. Oh, yellow flag, what's happened to him?
That's exactly what I was saying. It's not going to follow. Oh, that's a shame. Push this guy into the clear. That's a shame. I was literally saying I can't get the throttle as early as I want because it was spinning, and he didn't have the he didn't have the common sense that I had.
Oh no, just spinning with the throttle down, just like Abe Santama did, out of the first corner. And unfortunately there he is going to be a bit out of position, losing that place to Andre Alex Afonso. Unfortunate stuff for him. But still running in this race, which is a win already. Craig Fulton just trying to get past Vincent Petit until the number 91 having to lap them and put in a gap, a car's width gap between them. And just under 3 minutes to go. I think there's going to be the final lap of this race. It's going to start when Martin Lindrup comes across the line, which is going to be in about 30 seconds or so, as Eric Giselle having a good lap this time out, and he is catching the back of Dan Edwardson. One more lap to go after this one, and we'll see who comes out on top. Obviously Martin Lindrup, unless something happens, will be winning this race. Started in second, just behind Dan Edwardson. Now up in first, as Chris Wright having to give way there to the battle for second place in the GT3s. Eric Giselle trying to make some sort of move happen in order to get back his runner-up spot that he's been running in for so long. But Dan Edwardson just having the better exit so far, and the final lap commences. And we'll see how close they get to each other. We can go on board with Eric Giselle. That is how close we're talking between him and Dan Edwardson. up through a Rouge and Radalon. They've got a slower car up in front. Definitely off track there. Does either of them have a DT? No, they don't. There's a GT4. And there's going to be multiple of them. So we'll see who is going to come out on top. That is Fulton. And Eric Giselle looking to go to the inside. Not going to be happening here now. As that GT4 nearly rear-ending him. Eric Giselle getting close to Edwardson, as Edwardson having to slow down a little bit. GT4 in the way there as they come through the hairpin. And letting them go is Vincent Petit. Good sportsmanship by him, but they've got a train of 3 cars. Pretty sure that is a Porsche Cup car. And 2 GT4s. As Eric Giselle having to squeeze by quite literally there. As he's got a very good exit out of Pouon to go to the inside. No, to go to the outside of Dan Edwardson. Ooh, a little bit of a sideways moment there. Try and force it on the inside. Dan Edwardson not going to be making a mistake so far. Final 2 corners before the straight. And who's going to get the better exit here? It's crucial to get the better exit in order to have a chance into the bus stop. I'm pretty sure Eric Giselle not able to do that so far. But we can celebrate Martin Lindrop winning this race. This chaotic 45-minute race on a Friday evening. Great stuff to him. And a huge congratulations as Eric Giselle still trying to go round the outside. Can he make a move here on the inside of Dan Edwardson? I think he might. On the inside, they're going to be going side by side towards the line. Now this is going to be the closest finish we've ever had. And I think Eric Giselle misses out on second place by a matter of thousands. 21 thousands between him and Edwardson. That was so close. Oh man. We can have a look at our Porsche Cup leader as well. He's way far away. So is Reese Tattersall. Yeah, that last lap was really good. Very fun so far. Tattersall going to be finishing this race a whole 5 seconds, maybe even more ahead of James Cowley. Who else do we have in here? Mattia De Campo still not finished this race. Yeah, that was really wild. Part of me really wanted to see Eric take second place just by like a matter of, I don't know, 0.005 of a second, but even then, that was very good. Great race. Thank you for commenting too. Yeah, I hope you've had fun, and if you did, then do be sure to subscribe and like and everything. It's a free way to support us, and it means a lot. As Mattia De Campo crosses the line in first place, Antonio Fedele in second, ahead of Simone Alessandro Cassiaro. Great race for him. And there comes Alessandro Cassiaro and Callum Virgo as well. Ooh, a big moment there as he comes across the line now in fourth place. And Reese Tattersall just going to be rounding off the bus stop now with James Cowley right behind him. Started in first. Unfortunately for him, tumbled down into second place. But Reese Tattersall deserves the win in the GT4s. As Bjorn Rian in third place in the Camaro. No, not in the Camaro. In the Cayman. And that is all the podiums for everybody. As I think Paul Moreo is going to be the final person to cross the line. With a lot of damage on his car. What is that on top of his car? That is like a light. Can we see anybody doing some donuts? Nobody's doing donuts. What a shame. Oh, there we go. Kaslowski. Oh, look at those drifts. Oh. I just disconnected from the server. I'm pretty sure. Let's have a look.
Sometimes it updates like halfway through. Yeah, I think 23rd. We finished 23rd in class. Well, 23rd overall. Sorry.
See what Mr. Simquip
the
has to
GT3
say about the race. Yeah, nobody's doing
There were two
donuts.
behind us that like were still in the
Yeah,
race.
because you're not racing.
It was a great race, yeah. Thank you, VGTR guys, for hosting it. It was great. We're going to watch the replay now, but well, not all of it, but the first few laps were hectic as hell. And then, yeah, we had some good battles. Got taken out, unfortunately, by someone spinning. But that's just one of those things. Shit happens.
Yeah, see if I
yeah,
can
and
save the
see if that
replay.
BMW held his brakes as well. Someone else got murdered in front of us.
There we go. Save the replay there.
Murdered a GT4. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to work out what...
And that is it for the stream. Thank you so much for watching. As I did say before, if you did enjoy, do be sure to subscribe and leave a like and comment and share and everything. But we'll see you all tomorrow for the Spa race again. This time in a more formal format in Season 10. Where we'll see the AMs and the pros fighting against each other with some movement in the AMs as well. But I hope you have a great rest of your day.